Welcome to the Bite Size Fitness Show, where we talk all things fitness, nutrition, and habits, and break them down into smaller, more digestible, bite-sized pieces of content for you to enjoy. My name is Sean Bykirk, and I am your host. It's been a minute since I've done one of these, but I'm back now. For those of you who don't know, I recently closed down my gym, and now I'm in the process of working on another business venture, which I'm super excited about. But I'm back now. We're going to put together some more regular content. And today I wanted to talk about overthinking your fitness, which is something that I see all the time. I was listening to a podcast recently, and Tim Ferriss talked about the difference between, at least his definition, between effective and efficient. And he went on to say effective is more about the what, whereas efficient is more about the how. And while both of these are super important, ideally you want to have both of them dialed in. It's more important to focus on what to do rather than how to do it, because if you're focusing on the wrong thing, you can be as efficient as you like. You're not really going to get any closer to your goals. Okay, so what you do is more important than how you do it. And one of the big realizations that I've come to recently, as I've got my own public gym membership for the first time in decades, like years, long time, is seeing people in amazing shape that clearly don't really know what they're doing. And just really goes to show you that focusing on the right thing is more important than actually how you do it, right? So I'm seeing these people in great shape. Their form is not great. They're choosing exercises that probably aren't the most efficient, but they show up every day. They're consistent. They're pushing themselves, and they probably have a pretty consistent and healthy diet. So even though they're not efficient, they are very effective. And don't get me wrong, this whole podcast, this whole show is all about being efficient, because there's only so many times I can tell you to lift weights, eat protein, and minimize junk food, right? There are going to be times where we talk about efficiency, and it is important. It's not nothing. But the point being, you can get in amazing shape. You can achieve your fitness goals, your health goals by being very effective without being super efficient. And I think sometimes we focus on just feeling or wanting to feel productive. So we avoid the things that we know we should be doing and focus on something else, at least at making us feel a little bit better about doing it, right? So think about a time where you had a big deadline, you had something that you really had to work on, and then suddenly you get the urge to have to clean your entire house. So you say, oh, you got to clean the house first, and then you push back that thing that needs to be done. And we tend to do that a lot with fitness and nutrition as well. It's more important to work hard rather than be well planned, to do the thing consistently. And one of the stories that I think really illustrates this one is the story of the pottery class. I heard this from Hormozi, but I'm pretty sure it's a famous parable. And basically this professor had two classes. In one class, he told the students, all I want you to do is build the perfect bowl. You have all semester, take your time, present me with the perfect bowl, and your grade will be based off that. The second class, he told, all I want you to do is build as many bowls as you can, and your grade will be determined on how many bowls you build. And then at the end of the semester, of course, Class B, not only did they build way more bowls, but the quality of the bowls were better as well, because they were focusing on putting in the work, doing the reps over and over and over again. And guess what? Even if you're not efficient at something in the beginning, if you do it long enough, eventually you're going to get really good at it. You can't intellectualize yourself into being good at something without actually doing the work. Same thing with fitness, okay? So we spend so much time focusing on what's the perfect split, how many reps, how many sets, what's the perfect nutrition style, should I do fasting, should I do keto, should I not eat after 8 p.m.? And don't get me wrong, these things all can make a difference, but if you're only focusing on those things and you're not hitting the gym and you're eating out at restaurants more than you should, the person who's working hard and knows nothing about that stuff is gonna beat you all day, every day. And I'm gonna contradict myself a little bit here, because the other day in our Fit Fusion group, I posted about the importance of micro wins and how they can really impact your motivation and your momentum. So the one thing you want to avoid is getting into negative momentum, because it's really difficult to get out of. So focusing on mini wins or micro wins can really help with that. So instead of going to a workout for your full hour, 45 minutes, just do 5 minutes, just do 10 minutes. And that can really help with your momentum. Instead of, let's say you have a pizza one day, instead of just mailing in that entire day, you follow it up with a salad, healthier options, some chicken. These are micro wins. These are great because it can keep your momentum going, but you're not really moving forward by doing these things. It would be like a boxer that is just bobbing and weaving, doesn't get hit, but isn't really doing anything either, right? So it's great that you're not getting hit, but you're not going to win. You're not going to reach your goal if you're not actually doing the things required of you to get to your goal. Okay, so when I talk about overthinking your fitness, I'm talking about spending so much time going from plan to plan, trying new things, or thinking about when the perfect time to start would be, or the perfect program, and not wanting to commit to something. And the person that has no idea what they're doing but actually shows up is going to beat you all day, every day. So whatever it is that you do, it's important to start, to be consistent with it. And then once you get to that point, then you can really think about the efficiency and going from there. Okay, so first video back in a while, just wanted to talk about the overthinking of fitness, something I see all the time. And it's important that you just focus on what I call the macro levers, the things that really matter for you to reach your goal. It can be tempting to constantly be in micro win mode or defense mode and having small victories, which are all great. But at the end of the day, you have to push those big boulders that you need to reach your goal. If you like this video, do me a favor, please like and subscribe. If you are a man looking to drop inches off the waist, build inches on the arms while eating like a king, we have a brand new online program for you, so send me a DM in the YouTube comments here or on my Instagram handle at Sean Bikirk to reach out for an application. I'll see you guys in the next one.